videos. While I'm with my freak like we up in the freak shows. Hit you with the shit, make you feel it all in your toes. Hot got all my people in red clothes. Telling my metaphors when I formulate my flows. If you don't know, you're messing with lyrical player pros like that.
Wanna party with me?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition, a silent edition of the Wednesday evening podcast of Walking This Way's Impact Voice. I'm your host, Furman Jackson Jr. We're broadcasting right now here in the DFW, Dallas Fort Worth, Texas. I hope everybody had a great Wednesday. Of course, this is January the 3rd, 2024. We are in year 24. We know everybody was excited about the new year, upcoming year. Talking about this is my year and every other good stuff. But is it really your year? Is this your time to shine like never before? Are you willing to be more disciplined than ever before, more determined than ever before in order to see and live the life that you know you was created to live? It's time out. It's time out for being mediocre. It's time out for feeling sorry for yourself. It's time out for having pity parties. This is your time to shine. This is your time to win, and it's your time to succeed. So I'm very excited once again to be back in your presence. Where you may be watching this from. So good evening, good morning. Wherever you may be watching that. We're very excited. I'm very excited to have my very special guest with me on this Wednesday night edition. A very extraordinary woman doing a lot of great things here in the great state of the Lone Star state of Texas. She's a proud owner of her own radio station, the Texas Songwriter Association, doing a lot of great things around the DFW. So I'm very excited as we interacted with each other toward the end of 2023 and really made a connection social media wise. And then on to getting on the show. So I'm very excited, honored, and it's a privilege to have Cynthia Anderson here. Cynthia, thank you once again for taking time out of your productive schedule. Of course, no, my fault. I did that for. What I do that for? All right, can you hear me? There you go.
Hey, there we go. I think, can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. That was my fault in the mic, but then that was on me. But Cynthia, Happy New Year to you. Thank you for taking time out of your productive schedule. I know you are doing extraordinary everything. You're a very productive woman. I thank you for squeezing me into your productive schedule. So how has the new year been treating you? What are your expectations? I see you have a fundraiser coming up as well. I know you're going to talk more about that. So let us know who Cynthia is. Take us behind the scenes on who this extraordinary individual is.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to thank you first off for inviting us to your platform and giving us the opportunity to tell your listeners what we're doing. My schedule is super busy. I actually had to pass the little torch to the pastor and said, hey, I'm dropping my daughter off at church, but you're responsible for getting her home because I have work. So I have an amazing support group. It's crazy how I had absolutely no intentions of staying in Texas. I was just down here on a work trip and COVID happened and I pretty much changed my life around. Started doing what I was doing, 20 years ago with helping people within the community and promoting artists. And it's kind of beautiful. Like we all end up back in our roots eventually. It's kind of been a beautiful little journey. Definitely not easy when you just all of a sudden, have two kids and get misplaced. But I have been introduced to some really, really awesome people. Kim Hunter, for one, she won the Texas State Songwriters Championship in 2022. And I had done a bar rescue when I first got here, and she convinced me to quit doing that and start doing radio and working with artists again. And Ninja Cowboy, Jim Chacon, he had asked me for a year to take over the Texas State Songwriters Championship. But at that point, I'm not a quitter. So I wasn't ready to give up on the bar that I was turning around. And we changed it around. We took that place from being the local stab-in cabin to being somewhere where like people with limited edition vehicles were hanging out at. So it didn't last long after I left, unfortunately, but that's not where I'm at. My journey is here. And the last year, I took over the radio and the Texas State Songwriters Championship in January. And throughout the last year, I've done events. I've been part of events. I have done events that had vendors and music and stuff, but I've not done this sort of an event. So it's been a little bit of a learning curve for me. My main focus is mental health awareness and breeding originality back into the music scene. I mean, we listen to the radio and you listen to the same song playing, the same 12 artists on repeat every hour. Like, I love Jelly Roll. I absolutely am so passionate. Like, I sing Jelly Roll Save Me for karaoke, and like people literally leave the bar because I make them cry. And I can't stand that song anymore because that's all I hear. And on repeat, it's a broken record. We have so many amazing, talented individuals in the country even, but I mean, in the state of Texas alone, there's so many talented individuals. So my goal is to create a station, which I am partnering with other stations across the country. And what I'm going to do is get their top 2 favorite people. And my station is a Texas Internet chart reporting station. So we are always going to play the artists that are from Texas that we're working with and the ones that are on the charting system. But we also want to network and be able to help other artists through the platform that we've created for our artists here in Texas. So I'm going to be plugging. So it's going to be like the top artists from all over the U.S. On the station, and then primarily Texas Red Dirt country original music. But we plan to take our show. Our show went from being a songwriters competition to being a whole movement within like months. We went from our first show being in a little bar in Bowie called The Rack. And the Rec Pub and Eatery is a cute little place, and we had so much fun there, honestly. Then we rented a city park and had a great time and had a lot of vendors, and now we are back in the Stockyards. We had our finale last year at the Stockyards, and now we're back in the Stockyards, and we have actually created a home in the Stockyards at Horace Hall, which is a private event center. So it's available for rent for other people who are wanting to host events and stuff. But we absolutely fell in love with the place. When we did our show there, they made sure that they had red carpet all the way from the front door to the stage. So it really felt like royalty treatment. And they had the red VIP ropes at the front of the entrance. And it really didn't feel like a competition, which is the environment that I wanted to create. Like, yes, these people are competing for the state title. However, it's a friendly competition of a network of individuals that all have the same goals and the same passion and desires in life, and to help each other grow and create a buddy system among entertainers so that the journey isn't such a hard one. We all know the Robin Williams story. Music and comedy come from the same broken place. It's the light that shatters through the broken that we all see is the rainbows. That's what we get to see. But comedy and music really do come from, from a lot of times come from somewhere broken. And so we aim to create a network within the network. Obviously, there's a lot of people out here doing the same thing. And so it's been really interesting in the last couple of months to see people reaching out, because now I'm not just a radio. I have the opportunity to unite all independent promoters and music industry people with the artists. And so to have these people that have been pirating their own stuff and doing basically a very similar thing, coming together and just joining for the vision that we have, it has been absolutely beautiful. And sharing our vision, we were able to land a location out at the Hilltop Barn, which is going to be an entertainment haven. So primarily, the funds that are done at the door go to the artists, and then for each event that we host, a portion of those proceeds go back to a charity of choice. So whatever is on that artist's heart, like Jason Jops works with Forever Homes Pet Rescue out of Fort Worth all the time. So that's the charity that's on his heart that we are going to give a portion of the proceeds to. However, we are big on supporting local. So instead of having Forever, get the funds and get the pets adopted, we are giving them the funds, and then we are having 2 different local pet rescues. Foundation of Caring Animal Supporters and Mutts Galore are bringing puppies and kittens out to the event, so that you can stop by with your family, check out a show, maybe grab a fur baby that needs a forever home. And we really aim to be involved in the community. Like if someone has, this is what I did back home. Back home, if there was a single mom and she got in a car accident, we just gathered a bunch of vendors together. We gathered a bunch of musicians together, and we found a venue and said, hey, this is what the deal is, and we want to come together as a community and support this single mother. And so that's what we did, and that's what I want to have the opportunity to also do. So like if there is someone that's hurting within the community and they do need community assistance and they're not just blowing smoke, then right. I want to be there. The artists want to be there. We want to be the change that the world needs, honestly. And we want to create a platform where we can do things like get the school system to recognize that behavioral students and special needs students don't belong in the same classroom. Like, you took the kids that made it problem to learn and put them with the kids that have a struggle paying attention to learn, and thought that was going to be a good idea. Like, let's get out of here. So many other countries make use of their roadway, like the medians between the highways. Other countries have fruit trees planted there. We pay our prisoners to go keep it looking pretty. For what? For why? Like, I believe that every school should have a community garden. Agriculture is a dying breed. People are born into farming, and the ones that are being born into farming now don't want to be a farmer. So what are we going to eat in 30 years? Oh, oops, we didn't teach the kids how to feed themselves. It's just little things that we aim to do within this program. The Hilltop Barn has some acreage, and we are hoping to turn that into like a destination location. I have friends that have Airbnbs across the country, to where like, oh, you want to come down and go hog hunting? Cool, come down, support the songwriters in Texas, support the radio. We'll have live entertainment out at the barn for you guys that weekend. Come and enjoy Texas. You're 40 minutes away from the downtown stockyards. Like, you don't have to pay the $300 a night for a hotel. Plan your event around some of our events, and let's make some awesome things happen for our songwriters. It just seems like even when we do have a mix of music on the radio, it all sounds like the same band played for every singer. So really, really big on breeding originality and supporting those artists that are out there and grinding every day, that don't have that $1 million label contract, and making sure that their mental health is in check as well.
Oh yeah, because what you're saying, Cynthia, is powerful. I'm feeling what you're saying, where you're coming from. Seeing the whole picture of what you're doing is very inspiring. It's very inspirational. That's what we need, more of that in our world, in our city, in our community. And this is a great platform for those who are in a Lone Star State right now. This is your opportunity to get out there, showcase what you do, utilize your gift. God gave everybody a gift. The book of Proverbs said that our gift should make room for great men. Don't sit on your gift in the year 2024. You are gifted. You are talented. Don't let nobody tell you you're not. Don't let nobody tell you you're not going to make it. You will make it. You are going to make it. And like Cynthia said, this is a great opportunity for any artist to just come out, enjoy, learn, grow, elevate, take your music, and take your gift to the next level. I know you mentioned, Cynthia, that when you were just, your intent was not to stay here long in Texas. You just passing on through. Do you ever think that it would take this turn to what you're doing? Because you're doing extraordinary things right here in the DFW.
Well, what's crazy is like I've always just, without saying what, I have networked for 20 years and not really used the network. So shout out to the next podcast. That's not till September, Scott. I always knew that I was destined for greater things. I've been told that for a long time. I just had to find where I was supposed to be. And I was where I was supposed to be for the time. It's just that now this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I firmly, I put my passion into what I'm doing. So if I don't believe in it, then I'm not going to do it, period. But we do plan on so with this artist Haven and making the mini stockyards, we want to have a square out there with merchant little vendors around the square, and then we want to have like a whole area that is across, on the other side of the property to where we have like discounted homes for artists. So, you know, they're out there working 40 to 50 hours a week, and then they're booking get off of it. And a lot of times that grind starts to grind on you. And if they don't have pets and they don't have kids, why are they paying $800 to $1,200 a month in rent when they can stay at a community where everybody is, you know, going to support them and build them up when they are having a downtime, and, you know, just kind of give them a little bit of a break from life. And we hope to obviously soon and down the road at the same time, once we get the tiny home area established, have like a 6-month artist program to where like new or struggling artists can come and just get a break from life for 6 months, get a reset, to where like a business will sponsor them to come in and they get all of the advertising from it. And then this artist gets 3 months to focus solely on their passion. And we have workshops during the day with songwriters, development, speech development, writing development, things that they need as to do tools to utilize what they're doing in the best way. And then the second 3 months would be like business training, like income mindset, thermostat, like training, how to get past that, you know, that cap of, oh, I can only ever get four gigs a month. That's all I'm ever going to get, you know. No, you're going to get 10 gigs a month as soon as you retrain your brain to think that you're going to get 10 gigs a month. And so just the power of positivity, mindset, business, sales. A lot of what these artists are doing is sales, but they don't have any closing techniques. They don't have any tie downs. They don't know what an action close is. They don't have an idea what a takeaway close is. They just go in and say, hey, I have a guitar, I have a voice. You know, I played here, here, and here. You can check out my songs on this site, and this other site you've never heard of if you feel like going to search for it. And then the booking manager says, I'm busy, I'll look at it. And that's all the further it gets, because they didn't follow up. They didn't have a tie down. They didn't have the proper tools. I help artists get branding merch, websites, promotional videos, all of that at a very discounted rate. Sometimes I just get bored and I'm in the design shop and I just think of a random artist and send them some free cool stuff just because they're part of our network. But we do have 4 big shows coming up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, which would be, well, we have a lot more than that because Cleburne is still Dallas-Fort Worth, but actually at Horace Hall on 24th Street, we have the Female Songwriter of the Year competition, which is going to be March 16th. And I'm really excited about watching the list of songwriters develop, because the first one to enter this one is a pretty solid. She's won a decent amount of titles already, and she started, I mean, she was 14 last year, so I think she's like 15, maybe pushing, maybe almost 16 now. I've been watching her for a little while, but impactful story. She does a lot to work with charity already. Just I'm blown away. And then we have Male Songwriter of the Year on May 18th, and Gabe Choate had reached out to me to build his site a couple of months ago, and I have just watched this man it was like somebody lit a campfire underneath him, and he is just trudging the way and just climbing the hills now. And Tylen and Zula and Jeff Monk are also registered so far for the May 18th. And then in August, we're going to have like a collaboration of the year, which is where 2 songwriters worked on the song together. Like they actually wrote it together. Not one wrote the music, one wrote the lyrics, but they actually worked on it together. And that'll be August 17th. And then we have the finale, which is going to be a 2-day event on the 20th and 21st. But the second Saturday of every month out in Cleburne, we have Jokes and Strokes for Folks, which is the first one is January 13th. We have Chris Crawford and Greg Duran are doing the comedy part of it. And then Jason Jobst is our music entertainment for the night. And he won production of the year, and what that means is that he came ready to perform. He was not alone. He had somebody accompanying him who actually ends up being his wife and an amazing fiddle player. And just the sound, like the audience, we're super excited about their production. There were a few others that didn't enter solo, but they definitely blew the house away when they got up as a team. So I'm pretty excited. And what's crazy is, like, I keep talking about these puzzle pieces. I know that Offset we've been talking about, like, the puzzle pieces are just like coming together. So I told Jason, hey, Michael sending Chris Crawford to do the comedy part. And he was like, no way, my great grandmother is a Crawford. And so they both have Scottish lineage, where both of their great grandfathers fought in the same war together for, like, Scottish freedom. And which is really cool, because the next year, like, when we have more time to plan it, we want to do like a whole Scottish heritage festival and, like, have the kilts and have the all of the fun games and the stuff that the Scottish people do, which would be really, like, almost like a reenactment type event. So
sounds fun.
Really cool things coming up. We're hoping to get midget wrestling out there.
Okay. Well, that sounds fun. It really is. And it's entertaining and insightful, and now that is educational. And just this whole festivity, everything playing out is so beautiful that this is great. And like I said, just to really know that all this stuff is taking place in our city, in the DFW, where people come out, enjoy, just really relax. I know you mentioned something about, artists better take time out, just to refresh and refocus. So we know we're in a world now where we're in the world of social media, where we are moved by numbers. If I don't have that many likes, I don't have that many followers, and I don't have many subscribers, and it discourages a lot of individuals per se, and it weighs on their mental capacity, but helping them to be able to when they enhance their growth and not to be discouraged, because will everybody accept it? No, but somebody along the way will accept it. And that one individual, normally individual, taking shit with a pill. We know we got a lot of people that do get discouraged, Cynthia, when it comes to the world of social media.
They really do. You just have to remember that it's not real life. It's just, just stay consistent. Consistency is key. I'm addicted to watching numbers grow, but once they start falling, then, like, I'm just like, okay, let me just do my thing. You can't focus on the numbers, just like you can't focus on the pot of boiling water. It's not going to boil any faster. It's not going to change. It's not going to do anything different than what it is about to do by on its own. So just don't stress about it. Our job, like, we don't get paid for caring about other people's opinions. When people are talking about you, like, it's literally $10,000 a month to rent a billboard, and that billboard stays in the same spot every day. It doesn't walk, it doesn't talk, it doesn't do anything. If there are people out there talking about you and walking around talking about you, like, that's like a paycheck. Like, you just saved money. Like, you
really did. And like you said, staying consistent. And even now, you ain't got now where you have these, I guess they must be fake, where they'll come offer you, hey, we get your numbers up, we get your subscribers up, and people are paying for that to get their numbers up.
And that's another reason that we want to network, is that, people do really care about those numbers, and they're struggling and they don't know how to gain that support. We actually are on an amazing app called Clapper, which is a free speech platform. I have had the pleasure of meeting Rob George Music. He's actually number 2 on the national radio hits, and he has an artist alliance on the app, a group, to where they meet every Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. and do a song swap.
Okay.
And so there's but it's not just artists that are doing the song swap. So it's basically like a live karaoke, and whoever wants to join in can join in. So it's really developed a support group for our artists because we're including the fans in the sing-alongs. So the fans get on there and sing covers, and then the artists get on there and sing originals, and everybody just has a great time on a Sunday afternoon. And I have artists like Jeremy Wayne McKern. He got on there and had over 11,000 followers in 6 weeks. So we have the support system. I don't know everything. I'm never going to claim to know everything, but I'm sure that I know somebody that knows something. And if they don't know something, they can guide us to somebody who can figure it out.
Oh, yeah. And that's it. But you mentioned something too, saying it's all about staying consistent. No matter what you do, stay consistent, put in 1,000%. We're constantly involved. There's always a process. And get mentoring. That's another. Get a mentor. Get some coaching to help you take it to the next level. No grammar. I know grammar is important. How we write things down and how we word things, because people are moved by that too. Just promoting, marketing, it's fun, but I also learn how to do it this way. Like I said, Michigan, a lot of people don't know how to sell. A lot of people don't know how to close the sale. Being nervous. We have individuals getting nervous and stuff. Stumble over their word. That plays a role too. But like you mentioned, having that support group where you can be comfortable, be relaxed, be patient, take your time, and not move. A lot of times we so quick to move so fast that we miss the mark, we hit our head, but just really like slow it down. It's not a rat race. What they say, it's a marathon. And we all trying to get to the next destination, but it takes time, and just have fun with the process.
And that's the big thing, is getting having them understand that it's not about here, it's not about now. Yes, that's an enjoyable moment, but it's about tomorrow. Like, even though it's not promised, like, that's the focus. Like, you have to be able to step back and step back out of the world has taught us to worry about our feelings. That is not going to get us anywhere ever. You have to step back and just kind of look at things from a third person perspective. And, say that you said something that I don't like, okay, now, like, I could just react to that and be mad at you and just start trashing you or just never talk to you again. Or I could take the moment to step back and evaluate why you might have said what you said, maybe maybe something that I had done previously that caused you to feel that type of way. Right. And then, keep my feelings out of it and work on a resolve. Like, that's one of the things that I love about Horace Hall, is that they work with a liaison. So instead of having two people who are trying to, so you have two people and you have the same picture, but it's like that psychology practice where they show you the blob and you both see like 10 different things. It's the same thing. And so when you're trying to run a successful show and they're trying to run a successful business, and you come to a spot where you don't 100% back each other's concept, then we step away and feed the concept to the funnel, and then the funnel helps us sort out our feelings from our thoughts and what makes sense. So It's a really good system to grab if you are a live music venue, especially because dealing with artists is not easy. it's not.
And I can imagine, because you look like, okay, we don't want to waste individual time. We don't want to call it what it is. We don't want to waste individual time where we're podcasting, we're doing music, putting on events. The whole concept is giving everybody a great time. They get something out of it, and we don't want to waste time. And that really comes in putting in 1,000% of what we do. 80-20 says always put yourself in the customer's shoes. What is it exactly what they want, how they feel when they purchase it? Okay, we want to give them their time's worth. We want to give them their money's worth. So that goes back to the blueprint. And I understand why companies now ask for a rating. Hey, how we did this? What can we do to perfect this? What can we do to make it more convenient, per se, if that makes sense what I'm saying? Then at the end of the day, we don't want to waste nobody's time. We want to give everybody their time's worth, their money's worth. that they get something out of it. It's like, man, I felt the experience, man, I felt that. That's right. That was talking to me, and they go and share with other people.
Yeah, well, what's awesome about this is that we have out at the Hilltop, we have the ability to do a bunk style slumber party if we want to. It's a private venue, so bring an air mattress, pay an extra $20 and stay the night. I just threw that number out there. You have to ask them, but I'm just saying. And then like camping, you can bring a tent, and that they have to figure out what the fees are for that. But if you're interested in it, just send them a message. But they have, you can bring your camper, bring your horse trailer. So basically, think about it. A hotel in Fort Worth is typically $300 to $500, $600 a night. If you can go and get, like, our tickets for this show on January 13th are $25. You get 2 comedians and music, 5 hours of entertainment basically for $25. Like, you're not going to get that anywhere else. And then you can stay the night and not have to worry about drinking and driving home. Like, we can't.
Well, I like how you did that. I like how they all came together, Cynthia, that you met the needs of every individual that's going to be in attendance. Like, okay, you drinking, you don't have to drive back home, but hey, we have a place where you can actually stay, and you ain't got to worry about going back home after it's over with. You have a place to stay, rest up. I like that because you're meeting the needs of the public. You're meeting the needs of the individual, and we need more things like that.
Well, and that's why we had moved our shows to the city park, is because it's not as rewarding to go perform for a bunch of people who are just trying to drown their lives and escape reality, not listen to your music.
Yeah.
So we want to create a positive, inspiring environment where you can still get the entertainment, but you don't have the drunk guys fighting over the chick that's about to pass out on her way to the bathroom. Like, we want a happy space, like, something that feels rewarding for our artists when they're done playing. Oh, like, I was able to buy food for a week for all the pets down at Forever Homes. That's going to make them feel better than, so-and-so got a DUI on their way home. So-and-so wrecked their car. Like, we just want a safe haven for people to enjoy the arts. Like, I have friends that are actual Vegas entertainers that do magic shows and burlesque. And I know people who swallow swords and play with fire. And I have basically any sort of entertainment that we want that we can bring out there. And we're working on, getting some more things set in the calendar. But as of right now, we do have the second Saturday of every month, Jokes and Strokes for folks. Comedy, music, giving back to the community. And there's games out there too. I was really surprised. We stayed the night out there for the championship finale. They opened it up for our artists so that they didn't have to pay the $300 a month to stay in town. And it was such a beautiful place to wake up. Like, first off, they have a Texas shaped pond in the yard. Okay. And I think I lost my train of thought.
You good, but like I said, everything is sounding good. I mean, just imagine. I know you mentioned that you was always destined to do great things. How has the journey been for you, since just seeing everything come to fruition? I know you're a mother, of course,
it's not been easy. It's not been easy. Like, the people that are close to you are typically not the ones that are going to support you. And I was already new to town, so anything I do just becomes, something for people to gossip about. But I have, in this last year, learned to quit caring about what people think and just do what I'm supposed to do. So I just give it to God and just follow what my heart tells me that I need to be doing, and nothing else matters. Like, that's their problem. It's not my problem.
But, I like that. You're about your business, what they say, keep your head down, work, and just keep your head down working with me, not being fully distracted from what's on the left, what's on the right, but more focused on the task at hand. And that's giving back. utilize your God-given talent and your skills to give back to the community, and just how you just really hit on everything from mental health to this and that to really be covered. And you mentioned something earlier about farming. We don't even see much of that no more. Like you said, I remember I was in school. They were teaching us how to plant all this other stuff, and we have got away from that. We're so used to grocery stores now, and all I have to do is go to the grocery store, and I don't
I
have to
was
plant
just
anything,
telling
grow
my
anything.
boyfriend the other day, I was like, we really have to start supporting local. Like, if something were to happen, like, we don't even know where to get eggs. That's a scary thought.
That is. You mean you brought an interesting point. You really brought an interesting point. Never thought about that until you mentioned that today. Well, tonight, what you want to call it?
Now, what are you gonna make without eggs? Like, you're not gonna make no noodles.
No.
Like, eggs is a good protein. Like, you're not gonna just go hunt the neighbor's dog every day. Like, what are you gonna eat?
But we don't think like that. We so comfortable and I guess comfortable. I don't want to say the word comfortable, complacent.
Complacent, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because we know, okay, I just go to the store and get it, or I just go to the store and buy this, or when it comes to vegetables, I just go to the store. I don't really have to plant vegetables. I just go to the store. They already got them already ready for me.
Yeah, our generation grew up with our parents being like, "Where do you think money comes from? Do you think it grows on trees?"
Oh
This
yeah.
generation's gonna be like telling their kids, "Where do you think food comes? Do you think it grows from trees?"
And we in this generation, and then we're also in this microwavable generation now. Everybody want to have the instant gratification. I gotta have it now. I gotta have it now. If everything was set up for now, the average mind couldn't even handle that. If you got everything right then and there, I don't think they can handle it. Could be so overwhelming for them.
Yeah, right. It would be overwhelming. It definitely would. But I mean, they a lot of them can't handle working for it either. Like,
oh, and that's a whole nother podcast right there.
No, for sure. It's crazy. Society, it really. There are so many things that need to be changed, and the thing is that we have been conditioned to want here and now, and we have been conditioned to not worry about where to go get eggs because
because we said they
want us to pay more money for convenience. Why would we pay less money to get something that's healthy for us? Why would we do that? Our government monopolizes on our medical. So we really need to we need to be the change that needs to happen in this world. Otherwise, like, what are we even doing? Like,
right.
If we care about our kids and our grandkids and stuff like that, we really do need to start implementing some changes.
Yeah,
sure.
I don't really see kids in school no more like that. I remember growing up, I'm off there in the middle of the week, and when I was growing up, you didn't see no child in the middle of the week unless you was sick and going to the doctor. But if you ever go out to the mall or to the restaurant in the middle of the week during the early of the day, you see children there. It's like, I never seen that because it was just really adults out during the middle of the week.
Well, a lot of people have decided to start homeschooling ever since COVID. Obviously, a lot of them were just like, wow, this makes life easier. You know, my kid I didn't have to leave work to go take my son a different pair of shorts because they didn't like the picture on his shorts today. I didn't, like the last day of school, my man's kids go to public school, and he was griping because he's like, what is the point? Like, why don't they just get out on Thursday instead of Friday after they go to school for an hour and a half? Like, what is the point of making them wake up to go to school for that hour and a half? And I was like, conformity. Like,
I mean, yeah. But it is a lot. It really is a lot. And I know, it's kind of hard. And I feel for some of these teachers too, because they have to deal with problematic children as well. And then
your hands are tied.
They are. And I had teachers on the show before, and they deserve to get paid way better than what they're getting, because they have to deal with all these different personalities, where you got these group of kids who wants to learn. You got these group of kids who are being problematic. So what really happens? they're more focused more on the problematic child compared to the child that's trying to learn. And then they get mad like, my child not learning anything. They can't because of you got a problematic individual who's distracting the whole classroom. So what it does?
I fought our schools in Illinois for 3 years, and then it came to a point where my daughter was going to be going to high school, and I was like, there is absolutely no way, no, not public school, not happening, absolutely no way. My daughter was special needs, and they don't have the training, and even the ones that they don't know, they can't do anything anyway. My friend was a retired police officer, and he had to quit being a substitute teacher because when the kids found out that he was a retired police officer, they would bully him and beat him up, and he couldn't even restrain them.
Oh, wow.
To save himself from being hurt.
Wow. It's crazy.
Like, it really is the inmates, or they're not, like, they're deleting history. Like, they're feeding our kids worse food than they feed the local jail. It's just crazy. It's crazy.
It is.
And overthrowing the government isn't by grabbing the guns, as everybody says, isn't the way to do it. So being able to get a network of people together that have the same vision, that have the same passion, that walk the same steps, that have the same goals, and that understand that it's going to be the sugar that, kill them with kindness. Kill them with kindness. We have to be the change. We have to be that positive.
I agree.
And we have to be more positive than the negative that we get back. So we have to quit entertaining the bullies, and we have to quit entertaining the stuff that's going on that's brought to our lives to distract us from our purpose. We have to quit entertaining it. Okay, they hate you.
And it is.
Them, that's their problem. They're going to go around and tell people about you. Keep focusing and keep your energy on your goals, and those people are going to bring the right people to you.
And it is. And we're in the generation now is everything's being recorded now. Everything's being recorded. It don't take for somebody just pull their phone out to record everything that's going on. Or now is people screenshot your conversations too. So it's like if we have a falling out, okay, I'm gonna expose everything you share with me behind the scenes. That goes on as well. So it's like we have a falling out. So I'm gonna expose each other.
I feel like with that has to do with like the education. Okay, because Facebook started telling us that all these people we don't know are our friends. So now everybody's my friend, and that is not the scenario. They're your acquaintances, they're your coworkers, they're your affiliates. There shouldn't be anybody that you call a friend unless you've known them for at least 5 years. So,
I agree. And then even tell you on Facebook what the first thing they say, it was to tell you what's on your mind.
Right.
So it really wants you to express what you're saying. Tell what's going on with you so the whole world can see it. And
so the whole world can see it. That is like intel. They're basically giving you and prompting you to tell them what you'd like, give them the bullets they need to shoot you with, basically.
So it is. It's a lot of work to do, and like I say, it takes all of us. And I know we're about to get ready to wrap everything up, and I know you're a very productive woman, of course.
Yeah. Before we wrap everything up, I do want to give a shout out to Ninja Cowboys again for being the founder of the Texas State Songwriters Championship. You can find more information about it at texasstatesongwriters.com/events for a list of our events. We have sponsorships. Right now, we're only $200. We're only taking 5 sponsors per event for the Hilltop Barn event. So if you want to get a lot of promotion and support what we're doing, check that out. We are having opportunity for bigger sponsor opportunities shortly. We got some planning and business proposals and stuff to do beforehand. So But there's going to be lots of opportunity for everyone to be involved. And we had, I mean, our first show, we were supposed to be doing radio interviews from 6 to 7:45. And we ended up not doing radio interviews because when the owner got there to open the venue at 5, there was people like lined up out the door and he didn't know what to do. So there were people at the show 3 hours early because music wasn't supposed to start until 8. We're doing big things. People are supporting it. I am looking forward to the future. Absolutely. And feel free to reach out to me if you want to be involved. That's what I was going to say. I hate when the thoughts go. Like, we have created an environment that is, like I was saying, that it's a friendly competition. So it's diverse, unified, and accepting. We had people at our show that have never been on stage, songwriters that have never even ever performed live in front of people came for the finale, and sounded absolutely amazing. Everyone there sounded amazing. Great group of people. So if you're brand new starting out or you're a seasoned veteran on the radio charts, we're going to have a newcomers and a masters division for all of our shows. So reach out. We do have limited spots available, and you're going to get a lot of exposure working with us and a lot of tools that are going to help you.
Oh, yeah, man, that's awesome. And, hey, this is your time, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, get involved, get plugged in, and all the other great stuff. I know we're about to be pressed for time, so since I know you're a very productive woman and stuff like that. So go ahead and plug in one more time your social media outlets so everybody can start following you as well. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Texas Brew Radio, if you look that up on Live 365, the app Live 365, you can find Texas Brew Radio and hear all of our amazing artists. TexasStateSongwriters.com, as you can see here in the video, is our main website, and then just /events for events. Sponsorship is on the main page. You can also see our previous seasons. I just took it over in January, so I'm still going through the history and trying to find the rest of the information for all the previous seasons, but some of the seasons have the winners listed and whatnot. And if you're a radio and you want to have us on, I have a huge list of artists that would absolutely love to tell you their story. We have some artists with some really amazing stories. I mean, I have, I'm just going to let them reach out to you and tell you their stories. You can follow us on Texas State Songwriters Championship on Facebook.
Man, that's what's up right there. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a great Wednesday. Enjoy this, the middle of the week, but it's ready to go in towards the weekend. So, y'all make the best out of it. Enjoy yourself. Learn some stuff. Always look for room to grow, maneuver, whatever you want to do. There will not be a Saturday show, so I won't be doing a podcast this Saturday morning, but I will be back here next Tuesday night at 7 p.m. prime time, of course. Till then, man, y'all take care. Be blessed. I'm going to leave out with this video about my homeboy, my brother in Christ. True C got our hometown of Mobile, Alabama. Name of the song is How Can I Stand Here? And we out this thing. Y'all have a great night, everybody. Peace.
Have a good one.
How long will he last? True nigga ain't real, I see through him like a glass. Did you know about the things that he did in his past? It was simple our transgressions, he was crushed for our iniquity. The chastisement that he took is the very thing that I'm used to me. The devil know that I'm a praise in my life to be with me. But God make provisions, ain't no seven, says he got to sleep. muddy eyes, I was blind, Lord, but now I can see. You purified, you took my mind, Lord, and now I am free. With muddy eyes, I was blind, Lord, but now I can see. You purified, you took my mind, Lord, and now I am free. Reach out to me, your love takes me away. How can I stand here and not be moved? When you're all around me, you make me new. Desperately seeking, Lord, I want to know you more, and only you can heal my scars. I hear you knocking at the door. I see you reaching out your hand, you give me wings so I can soar, and only you can clean me up. So now I cling to the core. I cling to the Lord while I cling to my soul. With a vision so high, I gotta have faith, so give me more. You want my time, I give you more. You want my life, Lord, ashore. So fill me with your presence, with your spirit I adore. No matter what I go through, no matter where I've been, I know you're by my side, the beginning and the end. You're my overseer, and you've seen me through my sins. So I'm glad to lift you up, and Lord, I praise you with my pen. Salvation is my banner, I'ma hold myself on standard. You always pull me out, and Lord, you never let me abandon. I hope the road was high and see this change just begun. Just keep your eyes on God and see this change just come.